Hello guys and welcome to 33rd Blitz3D tutorial, in which we'll be learning how to import scenes into Blitz3D, how to create and import them actually. So now as you can see here, I have deleted the bottle creation code from the last tutorial, and now that we've actually done that, let's go ahead and start this tutorial. So to actually create this scene, we are going to need a program called Maplet, and you can actually get Maplet at the link right here. As you can see, I will post that in the description. And Maplet is actually a really cool scene creator, geometry modeler, and you can just get the full version right here. Once you've gotten that and installed it, you can simply go ahead to your start menu or wherever you've actually installed it and open it. There we go. Once it has opened, you should see something like this. And as you can see, it's a nice, very simple view, very easy to create stuff. We've created a new file, and you have a ton of primitives here that you can create, and a few modes: carve, fill, or copy. Carve is when it's hollow, fill is when it's completely solid, copy is when you want to copy something. I'm gonna select my mode as carve, and let's just try out a few primitives here. You can click and drag to make a square, and then once you release, you can move your mouse up and down to define how big you want the shape to be. So let's just go ahead, try out ramp here. Try out, I don't know, column. Yeah, so it's definitely very cool and easy to create stuff here. And as you can see, our texture here currently is invisible. And to actually have a visible scene, we need an actual texture. So what we will do to actually get a texture is simply go to a certain website. Well, I just went to Google and Googled a brick texture. And as you can see right here is the brick texture that we need, or that you want. You might want to have another random texture. I just chose brick. And I'll actually post this link in the description if you guys want this texture. All you need to do is right click on it, save the image, and save it to our Blitz3D stuff bra or a location where you know you'll be able to find it. I'll just save it here as a JPEG. So bam, once you've saved that, I can just close that window and bam, you get over to Maplet. As soon as you go back to Maplet, we can simply go ahead to the texture tab here, click open, and open that texture. And as you can see here, it's set to BMP files. I'm just going to set it to JPEG files. So we'll find the JPEGs in our Blitz3D stuff raw folder. Here it is. That's our texture. We can just hit open and bam, we'll get the texture drop down here to be set to brickwork texture, and this is the preview of what we're going to draw. Alright, let's go ahead and create a new file, because this one was more or less our draft folder, our draft file. Just close it. We're not going to save before closing. There we go. So let's go ahead and create a scene. I'm going to start with a boxed primitive, and it's going to be carved. So it's going to be hollow throughout the inside. So yeah, I'm going to make definitely a reasonably sized scene, and just drag that up to make it that tall. And by the way, guys, how you navigate in Maplet is you right-click and drag to pan. You zoom by using the scroll wheel, and you rotate by holding Control. And one sec, my phone is ringing. Hey guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. Yeah, I got my phone turned off. So now that we've actually gotten this little scene, and I think I've mentioned how to control, with the pan, the control when you rotate by holding Control and then moving your cursor like so. All right. So anyways, let's go ahead and zoom into our scene and let's create some stuff. Now let's instead of using the carve mode, let's go ahead and use the fill mode. And let's go ahead and make some columns, some boxes, make some all awesome stuff. I don't know, column like so. All right, yeah, I think that's good enough. Good enough. So anyways, what we do right now when you have something you want, we can just go ahead to File, Export, and export it as a B3D file or a Blitz3D file, and make sure you definitely export it to the same folder the program is in. In my case, that's Blitz3D stuff bra. All right, so anyways, I want to save it as scene.b3d or just scene. And yeah, so let's go ahead and close out a Maplet. And since this isn't really a serious project, nothing too complex here, just a little test scene, we don't really want to save the actual project file once we have finished. Alright, so anyways, now that we're back in Blitz3D and we have the file in the same folder, let's go ahead and create the scene simply by using the load mesh command, which you guys should be familiar with from the last tutorial. And the file's name is scene.b3d. Once again, we include the extension. And let's go ahead and position it using the position entity command at 0, 0, 5. Now if we run this program, we should get the scene here. It's looking nice, except our camera. We can't see the bottom of our scene because our camera is at the same level as the bottom, so it gets cut off. Now, so what we need to do to fix this problem is actually move our camera upward simply by using the position entity command. However, now we're using it on our camera. And let's spell it correctly. Where did I go wrong? Position. There. Entity. Camera. And let's position it 1 on the y-axis and 0 on everything else. Let's run that program, and bam! We're having a very nice classy scene here. We can definitely see the floor right away. You know, looks very nice, looks very cool. So, yeah, let's go ahead and move that up just a slight bit more, 1.2 maybe. And let's actually add some interaction. Let's use our key commands here. Instead of translating the bottle that we created previously, let's translate the camera so we can actually move around here and see everything in our amazingly created scene that we can easily sell to professional companies for thousands of dollars. But before we do that, yeah, let's get this program done. So as you can see, I'm really liking the left and right arrow controls because they move everything correctly. But the up and down arrow keys, they used to move the y-axis. They used to control the y-axis, but we want to move forward and backwards, so we would control the z-axis with the up and down arrow keys. So 208, I believe that is the down arrow key, so we're going to want to move it backwards, negative 0.1 units, or backwards along the z-axis, and 200 should be the up arrow key, so we're going to move it forwards 0.1 units on the z-axis. So if we run this program currently, all we're going to get here is a nice little scene, and we can interact with it by pressing our up arrow key, left and right arrow keys, as well as the down arrow key to move backwards. Well, we can't actually interact with it, but we can definitely walk through it, which definitely serves as a pretty cool demo of what you can do with Maplet and Blitz3D. So definitely very cool. I'm digging this. So yeah. Thank you guys very much for watching this tutorial on how to create and import a scene into Blitz3D. And yeah. Peace.